Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the CE Tool Den. On today's review video, we're going to be reviewing the all-new Hyper Tough blades that they have. This isn't everything, but this is the main stuff that I wanted to get for the shop and to see how they are. So we have this one that's kind of like a fastback. It's a 7-in-1 multifunction folding utility knife. Here is the barcode. I know a lot of Walmart uses the barcode, so if you need to use this as a barcode to find it at your local Walmart store, that's what it is. We'll let you know how it is in the review video. We have this little mini aggressive looking carabiner compact folding knife. This thing looks amazing, actually. I really like this. This is the first time I'm seeing, this in a tool section. So that's pretty cool. And then you have these double 2-pack of 4-in-1 multifunction utility knives. So we're going to get to the review, and we're going to start off with this one right here. So the 2-pack 4-in-1 multifunction utility knife is a quick change blade mechanism, built-in bottle opener and bit driver, built-in ruler, belt clip, accepts standard utility blades to included. Let's see what the back says. Functions knife, bottle opener, 1/4-inch hex bit driver, and ruler. And it has this style of clip, which isn't necessarily my favorite. And this is made in China. A Walmart special edition. So let's see how this is. I'm going to open up all the knives so we don't have to deal with pausing the video and opening them up. So we'll do that right now, and then we'll have everything out of the package. All right, guys. So here is the 2-pack of the 4-in-1 utility knife, multifunction utility knife. So it says it's got a built-in bottle opener. So I'm going to assume this is the bottle opener because it's a bottle opener shape. Here is the clip. Not my favorite clip because this is normally what I don't like. I prefer the wire clips because, like I've said before, you guys, the people that watch my channel a lot, know that I like the wire clips because it's not going to mar your pockets. I mean, this one's rounded and smooth enough where you might not have you're not going to have an issue when you clip it inside your pocket for carrying. But I mean, over time and like any of these types of clips, I'm afraid of, these rubbing the wrong way over time and wearing, and then you're going to get sharp edges. I mean, it does have a little mini, I think those are Torx. Yeah, that's a little tiny Torx. But over time, you might wear those out, and you might poke a hole in your pocket or whatever on the outside pocket. So I still like it. It's not perfect. I'm always going to go to something like this. As far as I think, I like this better. But this isn't bad. I mean, there's people that prefer this style of clip. And it's really rigid. And I'm sure it'll break in a little bit. Easier to put in your pocket as time goes on. Here is your ruler. Here's centimeters on the back where the clip is. And on the front, you have inches. So there you go, guys. This one goes up to 3 inches. From 0 to 3 inches. And 0 centimeters all the way up to 7 centimeters, but they don't have the 8 centimeter mark, so they're just going ruler wise up to 7. So this, I mean, it feels nice. This feels like an aluminum. Yeah, that's aluminum. This whole thing is actually well built. This is plastic. The button, the knife lever, this is plastic, but the rest is all aluminum metal, and I'm gonna say this is aluminum too. Sharp blade. So this actually feels really nice in hand, guys. I like this. It's very lightweight when you consider some alternatives. So this actually has a nice action. Look at that. Really smooth. One thing I like is the fact that this, the button, the lever to release the blade, is raised a little bit higher. So you're getting, I think, just the right amount of pressure to be able to release these. Now, there's no place to stop it. It only goes from closed position all the way to open position as far as the action's concerned. There's no in-between detent, so you can't just, like, keep it here. If you did, you would have to put your finger or something to block it in there just to have that much of the blade protrude without it springing back on you or springing forward on you. That could be just dangerous. So this type of blade, it either has to go all the way closed or all the way open. But it really works nice. I really like this. It's a nice little smooth action. I like the bottle opener. I mean, it has a bit driver too. Now check this out, guys. So we're going to take this Milwaukee 1-inch bit. It's got a little 1/4-inch bit adapter. And it's like got some kind of friction fit, locking friction fit in there, where it'll lock the bit. There's a little piece of metal. Hold on, let me see if I can get the light in there so you guys can see better. A little tab that kind of pops out, and that's what holds the bit in there, so it's not gonna fall out. I'm liking that feature, guys. This is nice. This is nice because the other ones I've seen, the bit will go right past through, and plus this is closed off more, so that's your 1/4-inch, and they close it off more so you don't lose the bit, and you don't have to hold it with your thumb or anything like that. So now you have the bit in there, and you can actually use it to turn a screw. Yeah, like I said, this is I wouldn't say this is gimmicky because this has a function. You know what I mean? I would say this is a good function. Other ones that have that like style where it'll just go right through, that's gimmicky. But because this has got a function, you can actually put a little bit of torque in there on a screw to get it going. So 1 second. So let's see how this goes. We're gonna put it in one of these pre-drilled holes. We'll use this. So we're going to use this drywall screw that we always use. And like I said, it's got function, but it's not a screwdriver, guys. Just to let you guys know. But it's here in a pinch. For EDC carry, I would say this is definitely a good like backup. This is not for like if you're in the trades. I mean, if you have this in your pocket, yeah, that's fine. You know, I wouldn't go doing screws with this thing all day and every day. This is not meant for that. This is just for a quick pinch emergency. I need an emergency screwdriver. You got a bit, you know, that kind of thing. This isn't made for screwdriving all day and every day. This is it's just a small function, just an added feature that I kind of like on this blade. Okay, guys, honest opinion, I like this, guys. So let's compare it to the Milwaukee and the Craftsman. And also, I have this, let's see, where's my other one? This Heart. So I have this Heart one. So, like the Craftsman one, I really like this one because this one actually has a detent on it. So you can actually go forward. This one's actually mostly all plastic with the metal parts over here. But it's very lightweight. You can put a carabiner keychain on that. The Milwaukee is definitely heavy. It's got the pry bar. The one thing I didn't really like about the Milwaukee was the button lever was kind of recessed on that. So I don't know. Like I'm not, you know, I don't think that's the best feature. You might have to use a nail to get in there. You know, that's what it is. But I mean, it works, and it has the good wire clip, which I prefer. But I actually think this is going to be slightly better. And then we have a Heart one that, see, this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. So the Heart has that, the little bit holder. So here's the bit holder, and this is what I'm talking to you about. Look at that. It passes right through. You would have to use your finger, and really, in this, it shouldn't have even been put in, or they should have done something like this. So this is not a very well implemented bit driver section here, where this one's actually done pretty well, damn well. You know what I mean? This is I don't think this is aluminum. I think this is steel, because it's got really heft to it, and it's heavier than this one. So that's actually steel, and it's got this little clip. I like this. It's got a ruler. It's really nice, and It's very compact, good for EDC. But I would never use this for a bit driver because the fact the bit goes right through it. So I'm not a fan of that Hart one as far as a bit driver, but it's a really useful utility knife in a pinch. But this one I think has got more function and features, and you got the bottle opener. So I recommend these guys. This is a good knife. It's not a great knife. It's a good knife, and it's well made, guys. Look at that. It's a good knife. So Hyper Tough, so far, +1 for these two blades. I think these were like $9.88, like say $10 for the 2-pack. So I definitely recommend these. That's definitely a recommend. Let's go to this little mini carabiner. When I open, by the way, you guys got to be extremely careful with this because I cut my finger right there, trying to take after I opened up the package, and I tried to take it out, and I kind of sliced myself open. This thing is razor sharp, guys. Absolutely razor sharp. So it's got this. Here's the liner lock feature. Fold it back in. You got to be really, really careful. So that's what it looks like. Let's take a measurement. Let's see what this thing's like. So this is about 3 inches front to back, the tip. And with the blade out, this is going to be a manual blade release and with a liner lock. So everything's going to be manual, slow. I think that's better anyway, so it doesn't flip out. And this little blade is from tip to tail is going to be about 4-ish inches. Yep, 4 inches. So I like that. This is extremely compact. I mean, this thing is tiny, guys. Look at that. I like this. This is nice. And the fact that you can sharpen this blade, it is kind of stiff here, but I'm sure over time that's gonna get a little bit looser, but it's still good. You just have to be really careful with this knife because, like I said, it's razor sharp. It's got jimping on the back, so if you need to cut something open, and I'm glad it has this little channel so you can put your finger in there as a stop, because if you slide, this thing is gonna cut you open. Let's cut some paper with this. All right, we have this Walmart paper bag. Let's see how it cuts. Oops. Well, I mean, you can't really tell because I'm going to get a different piece of paper because this is like a really thick piece of paper, so we can try it out with the regular white sheets of paper. Hold on. All right, we got the white sheet of paper. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, so due to the size of the blade, I can only get like a small cut. But it really, like I said, look, it's sharp though. Let me do a little tiny cut. Oops. Oops, that's my bad. User error here. Yeah, I mean, it cuts, but the thing is, the one defining factor of this is due to its small size, you can't get like a clean cut going that way on a piece of paper. I'm sure if you're cutting something like a piece of meat or something or whatever, I'm sure you can get a better like slice, because like I said, I cut my finger on this pretty good right there, and it really you can just feel how sharp it is. This thing is sharp, guys. Definitely dangerous. I recommend this, guys. This is nice, but it is sharp, and this is all plastic, but it's got the metal carabiner part. The screws are Torx metal screws. So I mean, this is a really nice thing. Knife, and here is your liner lock. Like I said, push that in there. Just be very careful when you're putting the blade back in. Dangerous, but I recommend it, especially as a keychain. This will work in a pinch. This is really nice. I like this. All right, guys, let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's get into this fastback style of Hyper Tough. Oh, by the way, the little one is also made in China. So it's got a fixed blade integrated carabiner. That's it. All right, and here, by the way, let's do the little carabiner knife with the barcode, and here's the one with the double bladed knife that I recommend. I recommend both of these guys. Here you go. This is for the fastback clone. But does it work like a fastback? All right, let's check this out. So you have a easy one-handed opening. It's got a flick blade, quick change blade mechanism, integrated blade storage, includes 2 blades. So it functions as a utility knife, bottle opener, wire stripper, number 2 Phillips screwdriver bit, 1/4-inch slotted screwdriver bit, 1/4-inch nut driver, and blade storage. So, how is this a wire stripper? Let's find out. Let's see how this is a wire stripper. So this has your flick out blade. All right, guys, that feels pretty nice. Let's compare it to the Milwaukee Fastback. Yeah, this one's been used and abused. This is an old one. I think this is the 1st gen one, guys. This feels nice. Let's test it out with the Klein. The Klein seems to be the better one of the two, and this is actually one of my favorites right here, for a flip out blade. So here is the Hyper Tough, but it is the Tough Belt, but it is really big and heavy. Out of all these 4, the best one for flick out blade is the Tough Belt, guys. Sorry to say, it's not the Fastback, but it still works good. Don't get me wrong, it works good. It's just the Tough Belt is a lot easier to get it out. So as far as that's concerned, but this is good. This is good. It's got a good flick out blade. One thing I really like about this, look at that, the wire hook there. So this is good. I like it. Let's see how this screwdriver works. So I think you just grab it and you just pop it out. All right, so that's, yep. So it's got the bit driver, and here's the liner lock. So here's a little metal tab liner lock, and you just have to do it manually. So with the Fastback, you got to do the same thing. This is a bigger liner lock. With the Fastback version. Oh, and the Fastback, this is the old version, I think. So it's got these little 1-inch style bits. But at least, does it have ring retention? I don't know. But at least, you know, it's sturdy. With the Klein one, also a manual. This one's actually different. So you have your bit holder there. Then you have another bit holder that's actually impact rated. And you can use this in an impact, which is good. And then here's your liner lock here. A little tiny liner lock. And like I said, manual. This is where the Tough Belt comes in. You hold the button, flip out. Flip out. Can't say enough about this Tough Belt. It's really nice. Very nice thing. But back to the Hyper Tough. So it's kind of like the Fastback and the Klein, where you got to manually, you know, engage the bit holder outside, you know, and then put it back. Use the liner lock. It's good. It's a functional design. The bit is like this. It's one of those ball detent ones. So this is going to be a specialty bit, but you can buy these kinds of bits online on Amazon, eBay, and Klein, some stores. So you can actually use these types of bits. So watch this, guys. So here's the bit that comes with it. We're going to put that to the side. Here is a 11-in-1 Klein screwdriver. It's a very similar bit. Just the Hyper Tough is just a little pinch longer. Look at that. So we can put this bit in the Hyper Tough, and you have enough of clearance, so you can actually put the bit and work it into a screw. I like that. I think the Milwaukee ones on this version are a little bit longer. So it's going to be more, yeah, so this is going to be more pronounced outside of the bit holder, where you can get a little bit of extra length. Just a tiny pinch extra length. This is actually a better bit than the Klein is as far as length is concerned. So this has a lot of bits. So this is a Milwaukee 13-in-1 magnetic screwdriver. I think this is the electrician's version. Yeah, so that's got the ECX bits. So you can actually put an ECX 1 and 2 bit that's double-sided. They do have those. Milwaukee does sell it online. I bought mine at Granger. So just to let you guys know. And then you just use the liner lock. I mean, it holds the bit pretty good. It's not magnetic. Let me try to see if it's magnetic with the... No magnetism there. All right, so we know that feature. Here is your... This has got to be your bottle opener. So you got that little hook style over there. And this is a blade storage. You can fit 2 blades in here. So right now it comes with 1. And it locks right in. Snaps right in. It's made out of plastic, the bit holder. Nothing special, just the fact that it has a bit storage is pretty cool. I mean, this is a nice knife. It's smooth enough. It's a good utility knife. This is plastic. The metal, the blade holder is all metal. You get the wire clip. This is all metal. Like I said, this is actually a good quality one. I'm gonna say this is good quality. I'll recommend. So all of these Hyper Tough blades are recommends. I like them all. But again, this is a choice thing. I mean, you're not gonna, you know, you can pick whatever you want. You're not gonna compete. You know, are you gonna try to compete with the fastback? So that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, you can have choices. There's actually way more utility knives you can get that have the screwdriver option, and like, pick your poison, whichever brand you like. Like, I recommend this, I recommend this, recommend this, recommend this. I like them. I do think feature-wise, Rich is the Tough Belt is going to be the best out of the 4 that I have, but it's big and bulky, and that's a big con, where these are a lot lighter in weight. And this is a lot skinnier because this has the no blade storage, where this one has blade storage. Well, actually, this one has the 1 blade storage right here. You can slip it in there. Actually, I remember doing that, a video on that years ago on this knife. So it does have 1 blade, single blade storage, but this is better as far as blade storage, because you can put 2 and it's dedicated. Because getting a blade in here for blade storage is kind of sus. It's kind of a pain. So you do have that option with this. This one has the clip like this, which is fine, but like I said, I prefer this style of clip. I like it. This one has no blade storage, but it has an impact rated bit holder, so that's the other option. And then this one has the wire stripper here. Does the fastback have one? Yep. So you can do wire stripping, cutting. And let's see, does this one have it? Yes. That's your wire stripper. So yeah, and it's got jimping up top. I like it. I like these guys. These types of blades are very useful. This is just another option for you guys. You guys don't need to get this. Nobody's twisting your arm. This one was, I think, $10 also. Don't quote me on that. Could have been $12. And oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, this was $5.88. The little mini carabiner. So that was $5.88. I think this was either $10, $12, something to that effect. It's a good blade. I recommend it. I'm not gonna knock on this because this is good. Let's try out the blade change. Let's see how that is. Oh, dude, that's nice. That's really nice. Look at that. It's so smooth, guys. And it clicks in really nice. So, yeah. So this is just another option for you guys. If you guys want to buy the Hyper Tough and you don't want to pay the fastback price, get the Hyper Tough. But, you know, the fastback is not much more money. The Klein is not much more money. This one you can buy on AliExpress. This is where I got these. I actually got 2 of these. I bought 2, ended up buying 2 of these because I really like this. But this is for a heavy loadout, guys. I wouldn't be using this all day. Look how thick it is compared to all the other ones. You know what I mean? But it is technically, I think it is the better utility knife as far as function is. But this one's pretty good. So, like I said, I recommend this. I recommend this, and I recommend this. There's not a bad knife here. They're all good knives. Are they excellent, great knives? No, but they're good. They're good, guys. I'm actually impressed with these little ones for EDC, and you can put a wire keychain on this. You can put that on your belt loop, whatever, and then this can go in your. Oh, and it's got a little place to put a loop, a tether. So like this offers you a lot of versatility. You can buy bits for this. Use it, whatever you guys want to do. These are all recommends, guys. They're not bad. Time will tell on the quality on these. I know they're made in China. I know you guys like USA, but this isn't made in the USA, and this is still a gem of a knife. This is a gem of a knife, and this is a gem of a knife. You know what I mean? They're all good. And you don't need to test cutting because you can use whatever blade that you have at home as far as what you want to use for replacements. Doesn't matter. You can buy the Hyper Tough brand, Milwaukee, Craftsman, whatever one you have. They're all good. I really like these. So I'm gonna give this a go. Recommend. Head to your Walmart to get these Hyper Tough knives if you want them, or just stick with what you have. You don't need to get these. I mean, if you already have good knives, you like what you have, keep what you have. But this is just another option for people that want to get on the Hyper Tough line, and I like in the Hyper Tough line. Guys, Walmart and Hyper Tough is not playing any games. They want a piece of the pie, and this is definitely, they're doing good. And so far we did the blower. Now we tested these utility knives, and I'm saying these are good. They're good. They're good utility blades. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications. As always, have yourselves a good day, good night. Hype the videos if you can. And the CE Tool Den is out.